I'm about to tell you the story of the greatest comeback ever, and it's going on at the 2025 World Series of Poker, and it's not being reported by anybody. And the best thing is, as of July 10th, the story is still going on, and the comeback can only get better. The main event of the World Series started this year on July 2nd, and is going to last all the way until July 17th when they crown a winner. It's an open event, so anyone with $10,000 cash to cover and the confidence to win can play. The pros like Dan Negreanu, the vloggers like Brad Owen, Mike Reardon, and TJ Reed were all there, as well as a whole slew of regular Janes and Joes trying to make their dream come true. 9,735 people would enter, 1,461 would cash. I sat this one out. Dave Woods from Poker.org had a really good write-up on the money bubble. If you don't know what that is, the top 15% of the field get a minimum of $15,000, and he chronicled the 2 hours it took to go from 1477 to 1461 yesterday on day 4, and I've supplied a link to that article in the description below. This year, the WSOP gave away a $30,000 prize package to the person on the money bubble. So if you finished exactly 1462nd, you essentially win a lottery that pays more than if you lasted another 5 hours and finished 600th. A neat thing about the money bubble is it attracts a lot of attention from all the other players in the room. If you lose on the money bubble, everyone else in the room wins, so everyone gets out their phones and roots against you. Okay, so we're here, the stone cold bubble, and a guy named John Pointer puts his chips in. In fact, he's nearly forced to. He had 20,000 chips, and with him paying 16,000 of those for his big blind and ante, he only had 4,000 behind. Knowing if he loses, he can get in a lottery with a couple other people for the $30,000 prize package for being the bubble boy, he goes all in with Jack 4. He's up against Ace 3. He actually said he didn't know if he wanted to win or lose. Spoiler, he won. But that's not the whole story. I appreciate you clicking through. Thanks for listening to my story so far. It's about to ramp up in a couple seconds. And if you like what you hear, I'm running a special where you can subscribe to Mr. Creepy Poker for free by just clicking the button down below and hear stories like this as they happen in the future. So, John has 36,000 chips and the average stack is about 600,000. A couple minutes after he wins, 3 other guys bust out and they split up the $15,000 times 2 winning positions for $10,000 each, then go into a lottery and one guy wins the additional $30,000 prize package. And that's where I thought the story ended. The 2 guys on the left get $10,000 each, which is a rebate on their initial buy-in, and the guy on the right in brown gets a $25,000 entry into a tournament in the Bahamas around Christmas and $5,000 travel money. And then I saw an update from Dave Woods on Poker.org that John was still in the tournament over 3 hours later. I checked my WSOP Plus app and saw he had over 300,000 chips. A couple hours later, over 400,000, and he'd secured a payout of at least 25,000. Now it was time for me to pay attention. The main event of the 2025 World Series of Poker is a battle of attrition. If you have 1 chip, you can outlast a guy with 1 million, powering past stacks much bigger than his, outlasting accomplished pros, and laddering up way farther than he should. He did the impossible. He outlasted the start of day chip leader. By 10 o'clock, he was a virtual lock to make day 5. But who is this guy? A quick check of his Hendon Mob page would suggest he doesn't exist. Card Player shows a few caches, and the WSOP Plus app shows he's been on virtual fire the last few weeks. He ended the day bagging 530,000 chips, and I decided this vlog would be fairly interesting to both myself and anyone interested in a comeback story. Okay, bad news for John, bad news for the vlog. I'm relatively new at editing, so it took me 8 hours to put this together, and in that time, John Pointer has busted 425th place for $35,000, but still a hell of a run, hell of a guy. 7 caches in the World Series of Poker, all pretty big ones, would suggest it's more talent than being an outlier. My name is Mr. Creepy. I don't know the guy, but if you see him, tell him he owes me $20 because I subscribe to Poker Go so I can follow him when he makes a big run, and he didn't do that, so he owes me money. Again, thanks for watching. If you have any comments or suggestions, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate you following me. Creepy out.